Hey everybody, and welcome to Meals with Melissa, where I come up with healthier options of things that you like to eat. So, I'm very aware that most of us miss some bread, and unfortunately, in the United States, our bread is horrible. So anything that is commercially made is probably not healthy for you for multiple reasons. Not only is it the gluten causes problems, because the gluten in the United States is horrible, but also the additives and preservatives, because trust me, I've had a loaf of sourdough bread in my cupboard for now about 5 months and it doesn't look any different. That freaks me out. So today we're gonna make egg white breakfast sandwiches. Okay, I know, sounds interesting, right? And you're gonna wonder where the egg whites are. So first thing we're gonna do is I'm actually gonna use my waffle maker, because you know what, it's easy, it's fun. I know it's really hard to see from that angle, so I'm trying to drag it out a little bit here, but it's ready to go. I'm gonna use a little bit of spray in order to make it, not stick. Like I said, I wish I could see it. I'd like to be able to turn that. I used to be able to do it this way, but I don't know what's happening on Facebook. They've made things a little bit more difficult. All right, so can't see it, but I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna spray. It's one of those mini waffle irons, which is perfect. It's about that big. So the egg whites are going to be our bread. So what I'm gonna do, now I've already been playing with this, so I know what works and what doesn't. I'm just gonna use regular, already like pasteurized liquid egg whites, just grabbed from my local grocery store. And I'm going to do about a 1/4 cup. For my mini waffle maker, that's about what it's gonna take. It will raise a little bit, it'll puff up a little bit, but not by much. You're gonna wanna use the full 1/4 cup. So in here in just a second, I'll show you what it's gonna look like, because I know you can't see my waffle maker. Like I said, when I used to be able to do horizontal, you could see everything I'm working on. And for some odd reason, that doesn't work for lives anymore. All right, so I'm gonna let that cook for a few minutes. And what it's gonna end up looking like is something like this. Now I have a couple of them made. Actually, this one's a little bit thicker, so it's a better option. It's not gonna be super stable in structure, so you have to keep in mind that it's gonna be a little flimsy, but it still works great. But this is our bread. Makes it lots of fun. Okay, so for my breakfast sandwich, now you could use this for anything. You could use it for lunch, you could use some deli meat. Make sure that if you're using some deli meat, it is a processed food, and you really want to stay away from any deli meat that has nitrates or nitrites in it. So you're looking for nitrate-free, blah, blah, blah. You know the drill, guys. All right, so I'm gonna put some sliced avocado on there because I love this stuff. And it's a healthy fat, so it makes it super, I don't know about you, I love it. It's kind of our own version of avocado toast, right? Now, again, if you're working with macros, you might want to be paying very close attention, whether you need to weigh your food, whether you just need to track it. At some point, hopefully you'll be good enough at it to eyeball it, but until you do, there's nothing wrong with having to weigh and measure your food. All right, so I am trying to arrange it on there and making a lovely mess, which is super fun. All right, there you go. Okay, now if you wanted to put some tomatoes on there, that's great. I don't love tomatoes, so you're not gonna see it on my sandwich. But I am gonna add a little bit of turkey bacon, which I've already pre-cooked. So if you have that ready to go, it makes it a lot easier. Again, you could use some different things. You could use some thinly sliced beef, but again, I'm making a breakfast sandwich. So I'm gonna add that. I'm gonna add a little bit of cheese, and like I tell you before, I like to use what I've got on hand, which is some mozzarella cheese sticks that I still have in the fridge. I obviously don't eat that very often. Predominantly we use Parmesan because it's amazing, and we put it on everything. All right, so I'm just gonna use some pieces that I've already sliced. And like I said, if you wanna add some tomato, it'd make it really pretty. The only time I like tomatoes is when they come straight out of somebody's garden and I know where they come from and they're very flavorful. So, okay. So that's still cooking, but I'm gonna show you what it's gonna look like. I'm gonna use one that I've already made. Now this one, like I said, it's fairly decently structured, so it's working a little bit better than some of the other things I've used. But before I do that, I'm gonna add a little bit of spinach. I love spinach, so if you wanna add lettuce, something like that, totally up to you. Again, I had some spinach in the drawer in my fridge, so that works out great. I like to use what I have on hand. I am from that generation of use it up, wear it out, make do. Yeah, I'm sure I caught that from my grandmother. All right. So not super huge, but easy to make. I know, it's a little sad looking, but actually it tastes phenomenal. You're getting your eggs, your protein, a little bit of everything in there, and it's a healthy meal. So sometimes you just have to figure out what you can replace the things that you love with. So for bread today, we replaced it with egg whites. We made it work in our lovely little waffle iron that you can't really see over here, but what a great, easy invention. All right, I get my very best ideas from you, so if you have an idea you would love to share, just make sure it's not complicated, because I know I don't do complicated and I actually can cook. So For most people, they want something that's a couple of steps, it's easy to make, because most of us come home at the end of the day and we're very tired. Now, if you're watching this on YouTube, and if you're not, go over to YouTube, subscribe under Fillmore Fitness, and make sure you hit the notification bell so you can see all the new ones that come up, plus everything I've done in the past. So have an incredible week, you guys. That is Meals with Melissa, and until next time, stay healthy, my friends. Bye now.